Hey, what's up, guys?
Actually, hold on, real quick, before we get started. Hot take, hot take. I don't know why anyone's surprised that stuff happened, like bad stuff happened at TwitchCon, because literally, it seems like every year when people go to TwitchCon, they come back and have all these terrible experiences. And it's like every creator, all the time, always has all these fucking terrible stories about TwitchCon. So it's like, are we really surprised? Are we really surprised? Look, I don't want it to happen. That's a bad thing that happened. The dude should be in jail, and I heard that they were pressing charges or some shit like that. But like, come on now. Wait, why are we surprised? Why are we surprised? Twitch doesn't care about anything. They just don't. They don't care about anything. So I don't know why we're all surprised that, oh my god, fucking things happened. It's just unfortunate that bad things happen to happen, or bad things have to happen to good people. Jeez, fuck. Anyway,
Here. So as you can see, no VTuber model today. I am on the road, which means I'm using my laptop that I'm pretty sure is so outdated it runs on AA batteries. But the show goes on because we have something very serious to talk about. Earlier today, I saw a clip on Twitch that really made my blood boil and exposed the double standard or lack thereof standards at all going on at Twitch when it comes to not only protecting its creators, but also punishing those who mistreat them. So everyone knows what happened at TwitchCon, okay? There was many events, but the main
TwitchCon, like TwitchCon fucking providing a safe and fun environment for the people that are going, and then also the creators challenge impossible. That's just how it is.
thing people were talking about was Emiru, a very popular streamer who was assaulted live on camera at a meet and greet, and many people cited a lack of security. Now, many people, like crazy cat lady reporters like Taylor Lorenz, who's a...
See, he says crazy cat lady reporters. What it really is a cock sleeve to the establishment. Like, whatever the establishment is saying, in this case, it's Twitch. She's on that side, obviously. And this dude being 60-something years old or whatever, partying with the huzz and shit, throwing some lady on her fucking head. I saw that clip. Tried to help her do a backflip or whatever, and just really just was not trying to help. And I don't know what happened to her, but and there seems to be injuries galore. Now I don't know if she got injured, but like I think what was it, the last TwitchCon or the TwitchCon before that, someone jumped into a ball pit that they didn't have enough balls, or just foam pit that they didn't have enough foam in the pit, and she broke her fucking tailbone. Like, come on now, dude.
Twitch and Hassan Simp, they came out in full force wearing a mask in the year 2025, saying that no, the security at Twitch was like an iron fortress. It was impenetrable. Well, we all know that's a lie. As Emiru would describe in her video response to everything that happened, she cited a lack of security. We also know other Twitch streamers were assaulted at that same convention. There was a lot of security concerns that I think were blatantly obvious. Now, what are we talking about today? Well, today we're going to be talking about a clip in particular and some responses from the people in it that are truly, truly disturbing, okay? As I said earlier, this is a case of a double standard or possibly a lack thereof standards. We have a situation...
Like, we don't need to say it's a double standard, because I feel like that doesn't hit as hard. It's not as effective. What I feel like we need to start saying is that it's Twitch standard, okay? We know what a double standard is. We know what a lack of standards are, and it's kind of surprising when that shit pops up. But when it comes to Twitch, like think about it like this: if something happens under Twitch's watch, know for a fact nothing's happening. That's the Twitch standard.
Where a male was assaulted live on camera by two...
You get assaulted, and you get assaulted. No gender is safe. Here at TwitchCon, we're very inclusive with our fucking crimes.
female streamers, and there's seemingly no outrage. And some people are pointing to the double standard. People were outraged when particular female streamers have been assaulted, but in this case, if there's a male, they don't care. And some people, like Asmongold, and he's also calling for more attention on the situation, I am very happy to oblige. He is saying there's no standard because, well, Twitch doesn't really protect anyone.
No, incorrect, Riff. It's the Twitch standard. There is a standard. It's a Twitch standard. Granted, it's in hell, and somehow they're still playing Limbo, but it's the Twitch standard nonetheless.
And they don't really seem to do anything about people who are assaulted on their platform. Now, this is the clip that I believe deserves so much more attention. I can't.
Jesus Christ, why is his hand over his mouth? Fucking hell. Good Lord. I don't think they know. Well, you should know, but I don't think she knows we're people now. It's like, okay, we're people now. You can't just do that.
I can't play it because I know I'll get bonked by YouTube in one way or another. But I'm going to describe what's happening. I did a little freeze frame here. So we have this guy, Saeed, right here, who's in a headlock. He was being chased around by these two female streamers who were trying to twerk on him. And to spoil it, we're going to some of his statements in just a second. He did not want to be a part of this. He did not want this to happen to him. He made it very clear he was uncomfortable, but they did it anyway. So this person right here who is currently twerking on him against his will, this is a streamer named Zoe Spencer. In the back here, the person, literally has an arm around the guy's neck is Nina Lynn. Those are the two main protagonists here. They clearly were pushing his boundaries way beyond what he wanted. And even after he escaped, they chased him around the house and were sitting on him and pinning him down. It's a very hard watch, okay? Now...
Well, see, what was crazy? It's literally a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if he fights back, he's the bad guy. But if he doesn't fight back, crazy people will be like, oh, well, he's a guy, you should have liked him. Like, okay, well, all right then. Fucking weird.
This is Saeed. This is the person who was caught in the unfortunate...
I'm glad they said his name was Saeed, because I just kept calling that nigga Said.
End of this, where he said, I've been vocal about the situation originally, and nobody cared. It took me a lot to talk about it again, and for the third time, it has hurt me once again, where it'll take me time to heal from it again. I've been invalidated by the parties, which don't realize what it did. And just like anything, when there is a male victim of sexual assault or anything like that, or ever put into an uncomfortable position by women, people are there to invalidate it. I mean, this is just like a random group of screenshots of people responding to a screenshot of that now deleted response by Saeed. You can see, just read it for yourself. They're calling him a loser. They're calling him gay. They're calling him all these awful things, man. It's.
That'd be crazy, because, like, what if this happened to, like, a married dude? Like, first off, I bet his wife would be royally pissed. But, like, picture this happening to, like, a married dude. That'd be insane. And obviously, we all already know that if this happened the other way around, good Lord, they would be in jail for probably life, because that's insane. But, he has testicles and a cock, so, what are you gonna do?
Literally just, like, no, I will never normalize men being victimized by women. We're not doing that. That should never be normalized. It's not okay. And they should face the same punishment as if they were a man. Now, this is...
Also, I really want to know what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, what are you supposed to do? Because I get told, oh, just move. Leave the area. Homeboy did. He left the area. Guess what happened? He got chased down. Surprise, surprise. Chased down on Hall of Fame. It's insane.
Zoe Spencer, who really hasn't had a lot to say about this, but she is the one who is twerking on him and was literally chasing him around the desk and trying to do that over and over again. I think permaban, or at least a very stiff ban, is in order because this is completely unacceptable.
Bro, come on, man. You really think a young woman on Twitch is gonna get banned by a Dan Clancy? Come on now. Let's be real here. Granted, yes, definitely should be. No doubt about that. But, like, come on now.
Reverse the roles. It's such a basic thing to say. Reverse the roles. And basically have a scenario where a woman is being held in a chokeholds while a male streamer is forcing himself and twerking on her.
I'm telling you, here they'd go to jail. They'd be keel hauled, drawn and quartered, head shot off, put on a pike, William Wallace status. What are we talking about?
There'd be infinite outrage, calls for bans from everyone. Every big streamer would be coming out and calling this out, but here we have crickets. But of course, their communities, both of these people, they're banning anyone talking about it. If you go into their chat and you ask about what happened to Saeed and what's going on with him, what's going on with the situation, you're going to get banned. Okay, they're definitely very insecure about the situation. They really hope it doesn't get bigger. But one of the parties involved, the one in the back, putting him in a chokehold, this Nina Lynn individual, she's doing her best to make this worse. Okay, she has come out with a whole bunch of clips where she is victim blaming. She's not just denying what's literally live on camera, she is mocking people like Saeed, saying it's embarrassing for a man to be assaulted.
So what if he says, I feel like you did some shit wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was going to talk to him, like, you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know.
I don't know what it is, but when people talk like that, I immediately don't know. First off, I don't trust them. I don't respect them. And I just like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, I don't understand what this. Like, it's funny to talk like that as a meme, but like, bro, this is something like super important that's happening, and for some reason, that's the vernacular that you choose to use. Ebonics has taken over so many people, and it makes them sound so dumb. Oh well.
I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
I don't think there's anything else as a man that should make your blood boil more than seeing a scenario where a fellow man is assaulted by women live on camera, and the person who did it comes out and says it's embarrassing for a man to be assaulted. This is absolutely disgusting. The fact that these two individuals have not been permabanned for what happened, especially the doubling down here by...
I read somewhere that I did get banned on Twitter, I think, but as the recording of his video, I don't think they were banned at that point. And if we know anything about them, they'll be back in like a day.
Nina, it just tells you everything you need to know about Twitch. And like I said, double standard or no standard, there's a big problem here with this individual.
The Twitch standard.
And the fact that whatever culture she's a part of, she thinks this is okay. In fact, she thinks if it happens to a man, he should be embarrassed. No, we're not doing that here, okay? I've had enough of this. This person seems insufferable, to say the least, but it gets worse. Because now she's basically, I guess, tripling down where she makes a quote-unquote apology, where at the same time she says, I thought it was a joke.
Brother, like, also, what is he supposed to do? I've never gotten an answer for that. Like, what if he starts throwing haymakers, bro? What if he starts throwing haymakers, bro? Just starts swinging for the fences, Mike Tyson, Bob and Weaving, and all that good shit. Like, well, then what? Then what?
I thought it was all just a joke, and she says she gives 0 Fs about streamers trying to farm her. Who is this woman?
I'ma always be all right, bro. Trust me. But I want to make sure he's okay with that ass. Because he's been very nice. He's always been very nice to me, you know? Who are we talking about? Like, we're talking about Saeed.
What exactly was the point of doing that? Like, I don't... Look, it doesn't invalidate what you did, but also at the same time, like, I don't... What is the point of doing all that? At all. Whatever, I don't know. Also, surprise, surprise, who would have thought socially inept retards that aren't even over the age of 25 don't understand to not touch other people? Like, stop touching niggas with your hands. It's really that simple. Like, what are we doing here?
And this situation, what I'm talking about, has nothing to do with YBG, none of that. So I don't want to hear his name, but it only has to do with me and Saeed. And listen, I'm old enough to own up to what I did wrong. And during the situation, I genuinely 100% thought it was a joke. I just thought he was laughing, so I'm like, oh, like we all just laughing and geeking. But yeah, I see. It is wrong. It is really, really wrong, and what we did was wrong. You know, he clearly was uncomfortable with it. You know, and he was very hurt by it. So that's all that we know.
No, you.
Also, another thing that just popped into my head: what if he was gay? Like, what does that matter? Like, I don't know why it took me so long to just like for that to just pop in my head. What if he was gay? Who cares? Oh, he's gay. Like, what? So what? Like, I don't understand. This guy, like, I don't understand. Like, what does that matter? Also, what if he was a girl? Yeah. So what if he was a girl and you did it to a girl and the girl said she felt uncomfortable with that? Like, does that really matter? Does any of that really matter? What you did was fucked. Just leave it alone. Give an actual sincere apology, which I mean you can't do. Obviously, they can't do it because like they're not old enough and their brain hasn't formed enough to have common sense. But what are you gonna do?
Absolute weirdo. Nobody is trying to farm you for clout. I don't even know what clout you have. This is absolutely ridiculous. We're farming you because you are a gross person. You are pushing people's boundaries and then you are shaming the person who speaks out against it. Your behavior is disgusting. And I don't think you should be allowed on places like Twitch. Can you believe who are these people? Where did they get this attitude from? You would think this person has 1 million subs the way they talk about themselves. No, this is a person groveling for attention and having to literally pin guys down and have other women do stuff that they did not consent to get attention. That's how low you have to go for attention. That's down in the mud. That's embarrassing. Completely and utterly embarrassing. But it gets worse. Yeah. Just like anyone else who's having certain allegations on Twitch or his face.
Well, hold on. Before we get in here, because I haven't seen any of this, how much you want to bet she says something racist? Something like that. Something. That's usually what happens. When someone gets some sort of controversy or whatever, people start pulling up old clips of them, and then it turns out they said some like absolutely fuck shit or whatever. That's usually what happens.
Facing major controversies. She's really channeling her inner Hassan Piker, where other clips are starting to resurface, where she's doing some pretty, I'd say, uncalled for things to her cat.
Oh, damn.
We merry-go-round, Somi. Oh, no. Oh,
Jesus.
Oh, no, Somi, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, so she, okay, wasn't racist. That would have been funny, but she's done the, like, alinity thing. Fair enough.
I'm sorry. Somi, I'm so sorry.
At this point, we're going to bring in Asmongold. I'm sure it was in the title. I haven't made it yet, but he is one of the people really pushing for this, okay? It's not like he's the first one to post about the clip, but he is the biggest streamer, YouTuber, whatever you want to call him, who is pushing for something to happen in this situation. And I am very happy to oblige and do my part in this. So here's a clip we're going to watch from Asmongold where he's saying he's going to make a video. I don't know at the time of recording. He might make one in the next couple of hours before this goes live, but as of right now, he hasn't released an official video. But he's saying there's not even a double standard here, and this behavior is disgusting. In fact, Twitch really has no standard whatsoever and calls her a Cardi B wannabe, which is honestly, yeah, sounds about right, actually.
Twitch is like, we have standards called double standards. Yeah. No, it's not even a double standard. Because they didn't give a fuck when it happened to other girls, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's the Twitch standard. It's the Twitch standard. It's either double or nothing. They really like to gamble out here.
And give a fuck Sammy, then give with this. I just it's not double standards. They've got no standards. No, we gotta get a video out on this and let everybody know about it. We gotta let people know about this shit. This is some nasty ass raunchy hood rat fuck shit, disgusting Cardi B wannabe hoe ass behavior. It should be on like the red light district, and it should have no place on the internet. Get your hoe ass off of here, sexually assaulting people. You're fucking disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Get the fuck out of here. Like, how do you even do this?
Oh, it's quite simple. She thought it was a joke. And again, this is what happens when you give people with no common sense or any home training or anything like that just a little bit of clout. They just go way too fucking far with it because they don't know how to handle themselves anymore. Because they constantly have people telling them that they're the best person ever or whatever. And they think nothing can go wrong. They think their shit don't stink. It's classic shit. I'm not saying you should be over 30 to be a content creator, but goddamn, like, it's starting to sound like a better and better idea, you know?
Wow. OnlyFans make this shit normalized? No, it didn't. No, this did not make no. This shit was never normalized. It should never be normalized. Don't ever. It's nobody's fault except for their fault that they did this. Nobody else made this happen.
Yeah, the frustration should be there. Okay, yeah, you should be angry like Asmongold is. Like, what else can you say about this? This person has to resort, or both of these people have to resort to ridiculous and unacceptable behavior. There's no platform that should ever accept this. Twitch is really showing their true colors more and more every single day. And if nothing happens, what does that say about Twitch? And I have no confidence they'll do anything. But Asmongold, in a different clip, is saying that he's going to use his power and influence to push as hard as he can to make Twitch do something. So then there's a standard set up one way or another that's going to say, this is how Twitch handles situations like this. And it might end up with them being legally liable. And you know what? You know what, guys? Awesome. Let's make that happen.
Let me see if I pull.
I just don't think it's gonna happen though. That's the thing. Like, as big as Asmongold is, as many people as he can get talking about, I just don't think anything's gonna happen. Because they've done the whole deflect and it'll go away thing. That's just what's gonna happen. Unfortunately, I don't see it going any other way. I don't feel like this would be a linchpin for anything. I mean, it would be nice, but like, I just don't see it.
Up the clip. Isn't it crazy this bitch hasn't gotten banned yet? She hasn't, right? Did she get banned on Twitch? So let me get this straight. So it's been a whole day. Everybody been talking about this. You have this girl that sexually assaults a guy on camera, and she not even banned. Wow. We're gonna bring this up tomorrow. Like, actually, I'm thinking about maybe I should tell somebody that works at Twitch about this in order to make sure that honestly, to make them legally liable. Because like now you knew about this, right? Like now you knew that there was sexual assault that happened. It's on video, and like now you know that's it. And so I think they know, man. Yeah, but it's different if like I have it right there and I say it right there. Do it in writing. Oh, I will. I'll do it in writing. And so yeah.
So yeah, that's a situation involving Twitch and these streamers who did this to the Saeed individual, and this whole thing is a giant mess. It should make your blood boil. And please share the message of this video, share it around. Videos like this tend to get a little nuked in the algorithm. It's just the way it is, because there's a lot of no words, whether it's in the images I'm sharing or the things I'm saying. I try to dance around certain words, but it gets to a point you just have to say them, right? Because otherwise it sounds like you're trying to mess with the context. And I think it's really important in situations like this. I think there should be absolutely no tolerance for this, whether it's a male or female who receives this sort of treatment. I think that is a very normal thing to say. And if anyone has a problem with that, you really need to reevaluate. Okay, I don't think we should ever celebrate stuff like this happening to a man. In fact, it should be punished. That is a very, very disgusting lie that a lot of men have been told, that if stuff like that happens to you, you can't even call yourself a victim. You're lucky that happened. No, it's gross. Should be treated the same as if it happened to a woman. And I think that is a very fair thing to say. But anyways, make sure to like, comment.
Look, I'm not saying that this should happen, but like also at this point, it's like Twitch is like Hassan is like Palestine is like fucking every other fucking war. After a while, it's just tiring to talk about, because something will happen, you'll know it'll happen, you'll see it happen, and then if they respond to it, they don't seem to care, or they'll just openly lie about it, and then that's about it, and then everyone goes about their merry way until something else happens. So it's like, I don't know what needs to happen, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but something's gotta happen at some point. And like I'm so glad there are other people that care way more about this shit than I do. Because Lord knows, like, bro, as soon as I log off, as soon as I'm done making this, I got shit to do outside. I ain't got the time to be looking into this type of shit. I ain't got time to be fucking using whatever resources I have to fucking tell people that this shit's going on. Like, come on, I just don't. But thank God for them, and hopefully it gets better for everyone else, and this doesn't happen again. And also, question: do you think this will be the last TwitchCon? Because personally, I do not. But we'll see what happens. Y'all be easy. Peace.